Heroes. Warriors against evil, protectors of humanity, the worst criminals of society sentenced to eternal punishment where they will inevitably lose their minds. Wait a minute, the world of Sentenced to be a Hero is a brutal one, and the hype for this anime is off the charts. It's objectively a good show, but it didn't really click for me right away, so let's get into its story and incredible animation to see if Sentenced to be a Hero is worth watching for you. The most obvious thing about this show from the beginning is the animation, which is fantastic, and continues to be great throughout each episode. It has a unique look. It's cool, but there is some very noticeable CGI, which I'm surprised I've seen no one complain about. The other thing I haven't seen many people talk about for this show is literally every other aspect besides the great animation and the premise. So let's get into those good things before I get into my few complaints. The overall concept of the story is very unique and interesting. In this medieval style fantasy world, the worst criminals are given a punishment of becoming a hero. They have a seal put around their neck which can be detonated to kill them at any time, but they are also brought back to life whenever they die, to continue their sentence as a hero. As you go through the story, it really shows how horrible of a punishment this is. You are a slave, and the more you die and are brought back, the more of your mind is lost. This also adds a lot of questions like, they just have the ability to bring people back to life? But maybe the technicalities of how it works will be explained eventually. The monsters are also an interesting antagonistic force. It is a demon blight that seems to infect the land, the animals, and people like a disease, while also having a singular demon creature that can be defeated by force. It has a pretty dark and brutal vibe, but it doesn't fully commit to it. There's a lot of lighthearted moments that breaks the tension of the horrible things that happen in the world. All of the world building is a little vague and it throws you right into the middle of it without much explanation. It's also very flashy and over the top, so most of the fights felt weightless initially. I never really felt like anyone important was in real danger. However, as the story progresses past the first arc, you start to get an idea of how the battles work, and it starts to feel a little more meaningful. As the story progresses, we get more into political intrigue about how the heroes are used, and the different factions in the government who have different goals involving the demon blight. This conspiracy thriller aspect is the most interesting part of the show for me, along with the massive battles, which is a major trademark of the show. Very few stories like to deal with large-scale battles. Thousands of enemies defending cities, massive armies clashing, and Sentenced to be a Hero has already done this multiple times in its first few episodes. These battles with all their strategy and epic fights are a real highlight, although I do wish the main character was a little less powerful. Finally, we have to talk about the characters. This is my main issue with Sentenced to be a Hero, but a lot of the heroes are very interesting and entertaining characters. Most are legitimately horrible people, murderers, thieves, insane terrorists, who are now forced to serve the society they damaged. Our main character, however, is probably my least favorite of the entire cast. He's got that everything ticks him off gruff attitude, while also just straight up heroically saving everyone and doing everything the morally correct way. Objectively, he's not a bad character. There are great moments where we are given insight into him and see small developments. He's just not that interesting to me. It's like it wants you to think he is some kind of anti-hero, when in reality, he is the most morally upstanding person in the freaking world. The only thing he does is swear a lot. The goddess who accompanies him is unfortunately kind of annoying, and adds to the overpowered protagonist feeling. Again, there are moments where she really shines, but the majority of the time, she is an entirely one-note character as a goddess that craves praise and a secret weapon that always kills whatever boss they are up against. Overall, there are unique, interesting things about this show. Topped with incredible animation, it's clear this is a good show, but I wouldn't call it great. It's gotten better as I've gotten further into it, but it was hard for me to really care about it beyond flashy fights and big battles. It's a B-tier show and it's a 7.5. Everything is good, but nothing has blown me away. Thanks for watching. Check out this review of Fate Strange Fake for another very interesting new anime. And let me know what you liked or disliked about Sentenced to be a Hero in the comments. I'll try to reply to most and read almost every one. That's all for me. Jamio.